Hello and welcome to Purple Pie Studios. So in this lesson, we're going to learn how to animate a ninja run cycle like this in After Effects using the Dwick Bezier plugin. So for that, this is the illustration we're going to use in this lesson, and this is how the layers are separated. On top of the illustration, there are some circle shapes on the overlaps. So we're going to use these shapes as reference during the rigging process. And other than that, I have separated the layers in such a way that we can animate those parts in After Effects and get the layers as individual layers in After Effects when we import the illustration files. For example, all the hand layers are in a separate layer, the forearm, arm, everything is in a separate layer. For legs, all the joints are in a separate layer, even the body is in a separate layer, and for the head, everything that we need to animate are in a separate layer, and we have also named it properly so that we don't get confused. Okay, so that is how I have separated the layers in Adobe Illustrator to prepare the file for animation in After Effects. Now let's jump into After Effects and start with the rigging process. So now we are in After Effects, and first we're going to pre-comp the head layers and the hand layers. So let's select all the head layers. Let's pre-comp it. Let's turn on the rasterize of this layer, and we're going to move the anchor point of this layer to somewhere around here. After that, we're going to select the neck and move the anchor point over here. Then we will pre-comp the hand layers. So let's select the layers and let's check if everything is selected. So we're going to pre-comp it. Let's name it hand 1, and then we're going to turn on the rasterize. So let's solo the layer and we're going to move the anchor point to around here, or maybe at the center of this rigging reference. Okay, so we're going to pre-comp the layers of hand 2 now. So let's pre-comp it and let's name it hand 2. Now we're going to turn on the rasterize and we're going to move the anchor point of this hand and move it around here. So now let's convert this rigging reference into a shape layer. Go to create and click on create shape from vector layer. Let's delete this illustration layer, and then we're going to select the background layer and the shadow layer, lock it, and we're going to shy it out so that the number of layers that are visible in the timeline are as less as possible. Now we're going to start with the rigging. So let's start with the hand rig. Let's select the hand layers with the rigging reference and let's solo the layer. After that, go on the Dwick Bezier, then click on create structures, and here you are going to get this UI. Then we are going to select the arm structure, click on it. So let's put the arm structure over here, and then we're going to put this structure and match the position with this circle. And after that, we're going to select this. Try to match the position of this structure layer with this one. After that, for the tip, we can exactly put the tip at the tip of the hand, somewhere around here. Alright. Now we're going to parent the arm 1 with arm structure, forearm 1 with the forearm structure, and then the hand 1 with the hand structure layer. Then select all these structure layers and we're going to click on links and constraints, the second one over here. Then the first option over here is auto rig. So we're going to click on auto rig. With this hand is rigged. Okay, so now we're going to follow the exactly same process for the next hand. So let's select all the layers of hand 2 solo it, and let's select this rigging reference, and we are going to follow the same process for rigging this arm. The hand too is also rigged using the similar process. Let's unsolo all the layers. Next, we're going to rig the leg. So for the leg, let's select all the leg layers. So starting with the thigh, then till the foot, we're going to solo it, and then we're going to solo the rigging reference. Select the foot, and here we're going to add few pins. So select the foot layer, and one pin we're going to add at the center of this circle, then one over here for the toe, then at the tip of the toe, and then here at the heel. So now select the puppet under effects, then under effects puppet, then click on links and constraints. Under it, in Twig you can get an option add bones. Click on it. So all the pins are converted into bone layers. Now we are going to rename the layer. So let's start with this. Now we're going to add a structure layer. So click on create structures. Then this time we're going to select the leg structure. And the leg structures are created. So we're going to put the thigh structure over here at the center of the circle of the rigging reference. Then select this and select and put it at the center of this circle. Then this one over here. You can press and hold the control key and then drag it to snap it at the center. Sometimes you have to zoom in to the composition window to properly snap it. After that, we're going to select the toe and put it on the toe bone layer. So let's put the toe tip at the tip of the toe bone layer. And the next one is the heel. We are going to put the heel at the tip of this heel. Okay, now we are going to select all the structure layers of the leg and drag it and put it above the leg illustration layer. So now we are going to parent thigh with the thigh structure, then this one with its structure. Then for the foot, we are going to parent foot with the foot structure. After that, we're going to parent the toe bone layer with their foot, then the heel with the foot as well, and the toe tip with toe. So then we can select the structure layers of the leg and click on links and constraints on Twig, and then click on auto rig to rig the leg. And with this, the leg is rigged. So we can unsolo all of this. We're going to follow the same process for the next leg. So the leg too is also rigged. Okay, now we're going to select the body layer. Let's solo it, and we're going to add few pins on this body. Now we're going to select the puppet under effect, and we're going to convert these pins into bone with the help of the Twig. Now let's name these bone layers. Okay, we're going to parent the neck layer with the chest, chest with spine, and spine with the hip. Now after that, we're going to parent the neck illustration layer with the neck bone layer. Then we're going to parent head with neck. After that, we're going to select the arm structure layers of both the arms, and we're going to parent this with the chest. So let's select the layer and we're going to parent it with the chest for the body, this one. Okay, next we're going to select the thigh structure layers of both the legs and we're going to parent this with hip. So let's select the structure layers of the thigh and we're going to parent it with the hip. So next we're going to select these tags over here and we're going to add few pins on this one as well so that we can add some follow through later on during the run cycle. So let's parent 5 with 4, 4 with 3, 3 with 2 and 2 with 1. So basically from this direction onwards. After that we're going to select this one and parent it with the spine. So we're going to follow the same process for the body tag 2. We can select the hand controllers, hand 1 and hand 2 controller and parent it with the chest. So when we move the body, hand is also going to move. Okay, now we are going to shy out the unnecessary layers that we don't have to see in the timeline. So we're going to start with the structure layers. So let's select all these structure layers and just turn off the visibility and shy it out. So now let's delete this rigging reference. We don't need this anymore. Other than that, we're going to select this sword 1 and the sword 2 layer. And then we're going to parent it with the spine. So now this layer is also moving with the body. So for now, we're going to shy out these layers as well, this body tag layers. Also these two sword layers. So now this rig is ready to animate. Okay, so a typical walk cycle takes around 1 second and a run cycle takes half a second. So currently we are in 30 frames per second. So a full run cycle will take around 15 frames and this is a ninja run cycle, so it might be faster than a usual run cycle. So we're going to start with the 15 frame run cycle, and if we want then we can later on speed it up. So let's start with the foot animation. Now let's select the foot 1 and we're going to put position and rotation keyframe on this layer, as well as we're going to select the toe and put a rotation keyframe on this layer. Then we're going to jump on to next 15 frame and we're going to put keyframes over here as well, and let's bring the work area end over here. So what we're going to do in this pose is we are going to slightly distort the foot using the toe bone layer. So we have to do the same over here. So let's copy and paste the keyframes. After that we're going to jump on to midway. Well, let's give it 14 frames so that we can properly get the middle keyframe of 7. Let's jump on to next 7 frame and we're going to pull this and bring this foot over here, and we're going to rotate it like this, and also rotate the foot and rotate the toe as well to the opposite direction. So now we are going to add some in between keyframes. So let's jump on to next 3 frame, and at this point it should be flat on the ground. So we're going to give it 0 degree and 0 degree of rotation. Well, not exactly 0 for this one, it should be flat on the ground. So we're going to fix the rotation values according to that. So it would be, then at this point we can put it out a bit, and we can even adjust the motion path a bit, give it a bit curve. Now here we can slightly raise it up from this line, and at this point let's just pull it down. So we're going to select it and make it, just drag it down a bit, and we're going to fix the motion path and make it a bit curved. And at this point we are going to make it smooth, not a sharp turn, a smooth turn like this. We can even bring it out even more. Alright, so let's check the animation. Okay, so here we have to fix the position a bit. I think we can make it flat on the ground at this position itself. So let's give 0 degree in this position, and we're going to fix the rotation. And in this position we have to rotate the toe a bit so that it's flat on the ground. Alright. Okay, let's check it one more time. I think we can speed it up a bit, so it's around 14 seconds. Let's give it 12 frames for one cycle of the run cycle. So we're going to select all the keyframes and press and hold the Alt key and click and drag it, and let's check the animation now. Okay, now we're going to fix the position of the thigh as well. So let's select this thigh too, put position keyframe over here. At this point we are going to move it up over here. Let's do one thing, we can even move the foot outside a bit, and we're going to bring the thigh in. Let's check the animation. Okay, now we're going to select all the keyframes, easy is it, and select the in between position keyframes, and we're going to press and hold the Control key and double click on it to change it into roving keyframes. So let's check it one more time. Now we're going to animate the body. So let's select the hip layer, and we're going to move the up and down movement during the run cycle. But this one is a ninja run cycle, so there would not be too much up and down movement, very little movement over here. So let's put position over here, position keyframe. So here it should be up a little bit, and here we're going to copy and paste the initial keyframe. Let's erase the keyframe, and we're going to add loop expression, which is let's move it up even more. Okay, so at this position we need to fix the position of the foot. So let's give it flat on the ground. So let's give it 0 degree of rotation, and we're going to rotate the foot. So let's put the loop expression on the foot keyframed properties. Now let's copy the foot and the foot position and the rotation keyframes and paste it in foot 2. After that, we're going to copy the toe keyframes and paste it in toe 2. Then we're going to copy the structure layer position keyframes to the thigh structure layer. Now we're going to select leg 2 keyframes and we're going to offset it by 6 frames. So basically at the in between. So we have to fix the rotation keyframe only. So we can delete this rotation keyframes and we have to fix the rotation. So let's give it 0 degree of rotation, not 0, it should be flat on the ground. So at this point we are going to rotate it further, and at this point we are going to copy and paste the initial keyframe. Let's fix the rotation so that this one doesn't cross the ground line. Okay, now we're going to select the keyframes and erase it, and we're going to put the loop expression. And with this, the leg 2 animation is also done. So now we're going to add some rotation on the body layer. So let's press R to open the rotation, and at this point we're going to slightly rotate forward. Let's give it minus 1.5 degree. And let's give here 1.5, and here let's copy and paste the initial keyframe. We're going to copy the loop expression and paste the loop expression in this property. Select the keyframes and erase it. After that, we're going to copy this keyframes and paste it in spine and chest, as well as the head and neck. And we're going to add some follow through, but before that let's add some movement on the hand. So let's press R to open the rotation and put keyframe, press P to open the position and put keyframes on the position. Now when it's up, we're going to move the hands a bit upward. At this pose it is down, and at this pose it is up, and this particular hand is down. And we're going to rotate in the opposite direction. So let's rotate in this direction, and here we're going to rotate it in the opposite direction a bit. Okay, here we're going to copy and paste the initial keyframe. Let's select the keyframe and we're going to put loop expression on this keyframes. Alright, so now we're going to offset few keyframes to add some follow through. So let's start with the body layer. Then I was feeling like the hand movement was looking a bit static. So for that I thought of adding some more actions on the hands. So I have tried out some blocking animation. For that I have simply moved the hand controller in front of the face and adjusted the motion path to give it a nice curved movement. And here is how it turns out. So that is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you want to learn how to animate speed lines in After Effects, then I have a separate tutorial on it. I will be providing the link in the description, or you can click on the I button on the top right corner to check out the tutorial. So if you like the video, then make sure to hit the like button. If you have any doubt regarding the techniques, then make sure to comment down below. I would be happy to help you out. And if you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe the channel and hit the bell notification button to stay notified for all the future updates. Until then, goodbye.